Hi, Putri. Only 10 people? Only 11? Hi, Christina. Hi, Christina. Okay, we've got 14 people in. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Please type your names in the chat section so I know who's in and who's not in. Please. I know Putri is in. I know Christina is in. The rest of you? Hi, Karenista. Hello, no Shaniza Mormor. Hi, Atira. Hello, Iliana. Okay. Hi, Najiha. Fazana, Sophia. Tira Tukut dan Alia Shatira, Ain, Adeline. Hi. Good morning. Have you had your breakfast? Do you guys eat breakfast? You should eat breakfast. I always eat breakfast. This is my breakfast. Hi, Anis. Not yet. Oh, sian, Adeline, not yet. Okay, so are we ready to begin? We have only girls today, kan? No boys today. Never mind. Yeah, Milo and Nestor. That's good. Okay, so are you guys ready? It's already 8:09, so I don't want to take so much time on YouTube. So is it okay if we begin? If okay, please type. Tak payah type. Kita ready lah. Okay, so let me tutup my ayam. What we're doing today is I'm going to review your annotated bibliography that you sent me. You guys ready? Okay. Please take the 2018 paper, the question paper, and your answer with you. So as I discuss, you will see things that you should do and you shouldn't do. Okay, do you have your papers with you? I have your papers with you. have your papers with you. I have your papers with me. You lupa baca doa. Gila baca doa dulu ya. Okay, so please make sure that you have your papers with you. Okay, I have them all in PDF, go except for one in DOC. Never mind. Okay, so what you have done last week was you did an annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is like a summary. So take a look at your paper. If you jump in paragraphs, that is wrong. It should be only in one paragraph, like this. Only one paragraph. If you have more than one paragraph, that's not the way it should be done, okay? Only in one paragraph, clear? So it should only be one paragraph. Clear? Okay, next. Now, most of you, when you start terus writing the annotated bibliography, what you do is you put in the reference way up here. A lot of you put the reference way up here. Technically, that's not. I mean, the first thing was of what is the thing that you must, if you want to, put up here. What should it be up here? What do you think? To make things cantik, presentable, organized. I know most websites put the reference ke atas, but think about it. What is the thing that would be better if you put it ke atas? Put your answer in the chat section. Title, exactly, Atira, the title. Now, what is the title for this thing? What is the suitable title for this? What do you think is the suitable title for this? Yes, title. Suggest the title. What do you think is the suitable title for this thing that you just did last week? Human trafficking, okay, that's okay. Annotated bibliography, human trafficking and ways to overcome. Yes, where do you get your title? You get your title at the question paper. Okay, I'll show you. The title would be the easiest and the most suitable title would be reasons that contribute to human trafficking and how to overcome the problem. Yes, you get that from the question paper. When you have a look at the question paper, the one in bold, that's the title. You don't have to think. You don't have to like create your own title. That just take it, put it at the side, put it as the title. It will be more cantik that way. So instead of the reference ke atas, you put first thing is topic. Can you see? You put the topic ke atas. Okay, and where do you get the topic? It's from the question paper. Next, reference. I'm not saying it's entirely wrong. Okay, you still get marks. But where do you think would be the better place for you to put the reference? Remember what I taught you last week? I said that the references belong. They usually belong ke mana? Try to think about it. Try to remember where references they usually belong where. At the beginning or at the end of an article, a journal, a research paper? Where? The list of references where? Odi. Doku desu ka? Yes. So, correct, Alia Shatira. It belongs. It's more cantik. It will be more cantik if it goes here. I'll show you how you do it. Okay, you put the word reference. Why you don't want to write? Okay. It would be nicer if you put it. I'm gonna get the proper lighting. Okay, so that's your topic. And then you put ke bawah sekali, right at the bottom, you put the word reference. So it's very clear. Oh, this is a reference. And then you put your reference right here. It would be more organized that way. Okay, so everything is cantik, clear. If it's just like that, it's okay. So the topic should be there, or the title. The reference should be at the bottom. And then right here, the one that I marked though, right there is where you should put the number of words. So basically this is the visual aspect of your annotated bibliography. Your topic, and then nothing here. This is the topic. And your annotated bibliography in one paragraph. It would be more cantik if you justify. This one tak justify. It's like sengit-sengit. Justify, make it one line. Yeah, that would be more cantik. Your number of words, your reference. Okay, this is how it should look like. The technical aspect lah. Okay, it should be justified straight, not sengit-bengit. Okay, is that clear? Do you have any more questions about just the visual aspect? Opsa? Am I okay, guys? Okay, great. If I'm buffering up, let me know, yeah? Okay, so far, do you have any questions about the visuals? The title need to be clear and underlined. It would be better if it's clear and underlined, yes. You don't want to underline, can, because you know you're doing it at home. You have your computers with you. You can just bold it if you want to. Alphabetize what, Alia Shatira? What do you want to alphabetize? Alia, what do you want to alphabetize? The reference? For the purpose of annotated bibliography, the one that you will do for your test, the title, do we need to alphabetize the initials? Oh, that's up to you. I mean, there's no right or wrong. It's really up to you. Or you can follow the format macam causes of human trafficking. Causes C is capital, O is small, H is big, trafficking T is capital. You can use that format, or it's really up to you, you know, as long as it's cantik. Okay, so topic, it should only be in one paragraph. I'll show you something that is not the right way of doing it. First is siapa buat lah? This fella. No, this fella. Okay, this is not how you do it. Oops. This is not the format. This is definitely not the format. Okay. And then lagi somebody, I forgot who lah. This one. I can't remember, but whatever it is, do not make it in many paragraphs. Is there any specific between the lines? No, no specific between the no specific spacing, no. You can make it single, 1.5, 2.0, entirely up to you. As long as it's just in one paragraph, justify here, title, reference, the reference here, and the number of words there. Okay? All right. Okay, moving on. Now, when I mark, the first thing I do would be I would look for your citation. So this citation would be the reference, the source. Okay, this one. Okay, it should be Rodman K 2017. It should be that one. It shouldn't be any other citation. It should only be Rodman K. Okay, and then that's the first thing that I will look for. That will be 1 mark. Past 2, I will terus straight away look for in-text citation. You need to have a minimum of 4 in-text citation based on APA format 7th edition, and they should be done in the correct form. Okay, it shouldn't be suka-suka hati kind of citation. Even if you have 4 citations, but the other suka hati kind, you will still not get marks. So you should follow the APA citation format, the 7th edition, and you should write it correctly. A minimum of 4 citations, you will get 2 marks. So let's have a look at the citation. Okay, should be something like that. Carlton 2016, that's correct. Ready dapat betul. It's half a mark each, about full 1 mark. So half a mark there. Okay, so check your work. Do you have 4 correct in-text citations? If you do, great. If you don't, try again. Okay, next. Itu yang 3 marks tu, citation 1 mark, in-text citation 2 marks tu. That one is buta-buta, you just can get marks as easy as that because there's no mark for language at that time. For that section, there will be no marks for language ke apa ke. I just want to look at the accuracy of the citation. Okay, and then your annotated bibliography will of course start with an introduction. Okay. There are 2 things that you must have in your introduction. Introduction full marks would be 2. The two things that you must have in your introduction are, the first one is you must mention what kind of article that is. Is it an online magazine article? Is it an online research journal? Is it an online magazine? Is it an online newspaper article? A lot of you mention article sahaja. But because this is your practice, it's fine. This is just for you to, this is just, kind of I sendiri said, just do it, and we'll discuss. So this would be the one thing that is missing would be the word online. When you when you start away talk about the article, you want to write your invitation to, this online magazine article talks about blah blah blah. If you have the word online magazine article or online newspaper article, online research journal, whatever, you get full 1 mark. Okay, you should mention what type of article it is, and it's always usually for this annotated bibliography is always online because it's it was retrieved from an internet source, so it's always going to be type of article online. So this online magazine article talks about blah 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 blah. So that's 1 mark. The other mark that you will get in your introduction would be an overview. You have to give an overview of what this article is. So this article that the April 2018 article, okay, it's about human trafficking and how to overcome the problem, right? Okay, so this is how you're going to write your introduction. This online magazine article talks about several reasons that contribute to human trafficking and the ways to overcome the problem. That way you get 2 marks, just like that, without looking at your grammar or your language structure, just those technical things, you already get 2 marks, okay? Clear? Clear? Am I buffering? Okay. Janganlah so quiet. I ada sikit. Alright, so you must have two things in your introduction, the overview, and what type of article it is. This online magazine article, this online research journal, this blah 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 is about, okay? And then the overview. Settle. Now the content. The content wants you to have, Allah. Okay, the content, it wants you to have a minimum of 5. What does it say in the question? Let's have a look at the question. Not this one. Cancel. Okay, 5 major points. The question wants you to give 5 major points with supporting details. This means that you have to say the first reason of human trafficking is blah blah blah, and then give a bit, one basically of supporting detail. Okay. Now, sometimes in the question it will mention clearly, give 3 reasons for human trafficking and 2 ways to solve them. Give 4 reasons of human trafficking and 1 way to solve them. Give macam tu lah, give 2 reasons for girls wanting to lose weight and 3 ways to solve it. I don't know. But sometimes the question will mention clearly how many contohnya, how many effects and how many causes, how many problems and how many solutions, how many reasons and how many whatever, sometimes. But there are also times where it doesn't mention, it just says 5 major points on talk about the reasons and the problems, contoh. So you decide, you sendiri decide if you want to have 3 reasons or 2 causes, 4 reasons or 1 cause. It's really up to you. But follow the question, okay? If the question clearly states, you follow. If it doesn't state, you follow, but let your heart, okay? Clear? All right. So therefore, look at your answer. Okay, you should have Morris and Blair, Thompson, Combs, Equality Now, Wright, Johnson, Merlin, Carlton, Brent, Mila, and Mallory. Okay, these are the things that you must have, the names that you must have, and you must have paraphrased in your annotated bibliography. Okay, now I want to talk about the writing. When you write, you cannot take sebiji whatever is written in the article, put it in your annotated bibliography. What will happen is that you only get about 1 mark for language. Now, language full marks is 15. If you do that simply lifting and putting in your annotated bibliography, you only get like 1 mark and 3 marks minimum. So membazir masa you writing like 300 words and all that, and you counting and you justify, you put title and all that, but you only get like 1 to 3 marks. So that's like membazir. So please paraphrase. Use your own words. Now, when you paraphrase, number 1, don't use Google Translate, because Google Translate usually will come up with like, I don't know. I don't understand. Don't use Google Translate. Just use your own words. You don't have to use bombastic words. You don't have to use extravagantly grand words. Just use simple words. And when you read it, try to think, do you understand what you have just written? Can I understand what you have just written? If you think you understand, and if you think I can understand, then it's fine. Okay, like I said, it doesn't really matter about, okay, it matters lah, the grammar and all that. Cuma don't think so much about the grammar. Think about getting what you want to say out. Instead of grammar ni betul ke tak, grammar betul tak. Don't really think about that yet. Okay? That one nanti will come. But think about making the sentence clear using your own words. That's the most important thing. You cannot plagiarize. You cannot simply take it and put it in your work. Okay? So that's one. And the last component, the last part of the annotated bibliography, if you see in the question paper, it asks for a critical response. 5, does it say 5? I think it says 5. I cannot remember. Critical response. Okay. It says to give a critical response to the author's argument. Okay. Now, the thing is, even though it says a critical response, So many files that okay. You should give 5 appropriate responses. For example, okay, the target with the intended audience for the author's intended audience was the contohlah the general public. This is because the topic graphic human should know about it. The reasoning, the author's tone was neutral because she was not being biased lah. Words and then she was just informing. The author's use of language, apa benda-benda. You know all this, learn of this. Your friends have made videos about this. How to talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of an article. Talk about intended audience, purpose, tone, apa lagi we talked about reasoning dia strong ke tak, and then whether it's biased ke tak. So those are the things that you should mention in your critical response. You should have 5 things, okay? And it's really up to you as long as you have 5. For example, the easiest would be intended audience, purpose, tone, bias ke tidak, and the usefulness. Or you can go for the strength of the argument, the weaknesses of the argument, and the best part is you can give suggestions to improve the article. We can say that this the author uses a lot of bombastic words that has made the article quite difficult to understand. So it is suggested that the author uses more like simpler sentences so that people will be able to understand, for example. Okay, so I'll give you the answer key, but these are the things that I will look at when I mark the annotated bibliography. Right? Okay. Now, I have explained like the picture of the annotated bibliography. When we go, because I will not be long on YouTube, when we go to our class WhatsApp, I'll show you the snippets, the extracts of things that you can do and you cannot do, you should do and you shouldn't do. So if you don't have any more questions, we are going to move to our WhatsApp group. So before I let you go, do you have any more questions regarding what I've just told you? Sound clear then? Any questions? Go ahead. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, we will move to our WhatsApp group. So make sure that you have signed the attendance on YouFuture. Make sure that you have signed the attendance in Google Form. Miss, can you use both parent article citation? We can use both parent article citation and narration citation. Narration citation. Apa tu? What's a narration citation? Let me see. Narration citation. Narration citation. Oh yes, can, of course. Yeah. You can do it like this, contohnya. According to Johns and Merlin's, blah 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 blah. According to John and Merlin's in bracket 2015, and cerita lah based on a study done by Johns and Merlin's in bracket 2015, blah 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 blah. Or you can say okay. Or you can do it blah 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 cerita paraphrase in bracket Johns and Merlin's, comma 2015. Yeah. Okay. The critical response can scatter around the paragraph. The critical response. Good question, Shaniza. The critical response would be better if you place it at the end of everything. Bukanlah maksud I at the bottom, this part. Introduction here. Content, critical response about here. Let me show you. Intro is about 1 word, 2 words kan. Intro, then content. How to spell content? Content, critical response somewhere here. About 2-3 lines at the bottom. Don't scatter it. It's not wrong to scatter the critical response. It's not wrong, but it wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be organized if you put all the critical responses in like one place. It'll be a lot nicer. That's it. It's not about right or wrong. It's just about organizing things to make them cantik, Yeah. Don't scatter them. Scatter. I mean, if you think about it, things that are scattered, they're not so organized, right? They're like sepah. So you have marks for organization. So yeah. Okay. Speaking of organization, okay, when you write, you have the introduction. I strongly suggest you do it. The first reason is in it. The second is in it. So when you put that, it's very clear and you get like marks for organization. The second reason is that the first way to overcome, the way next is talking about the way next, the way to overcome. Okay, so that would be a nicer organization. Anything else? Plus, it's easier for exactly, Alia. Thank you so much. It'll be easier for me. Yes, imagine I have to go through like 55 million annotated bibliography. I die. Thank you, Alia. Mini love for you. Mwah. Okay, any more? Okay. I like your name. No, Shani Zandana. Oh, that one really like old school name. Okay, if no more questions, let's go to our WhatsApp group because I will take screenshots and we will discuss in detail. Okay. Oh, lupa. Sis forgot. The work that you sent to me in PDF. Sorry, the work that you sent to me in Google Drive last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I will not give any marks for it because, like I said, it was just buat sendiri, we will discuss. So no marks will be given. But if you want to, but I will give you another exercise. That exercise I will mark. I will give marks so you can actually sort of see how the marking will be done. Okay. So I'll give you one more today, but it'll be like at the end of the class. But kejap lagi kita will discuss in detail like one by one. So no more, right? Okay. No more questions. I will see you in the WhatsApp group. Bye. Paling girls kan tadi? Tapi aku tu dong betul I tadi. See, all girls. No boys. See. Mirza, Yazid. Is it Mirza Yazid kan? Mirza, Yazid, Azizi. Tak ada. All these boys all don't know where, don't know what they do. Okay lah, lantak break lah. Okay, bye girls. Azizi inside. In the chat, Aisyah. Hello Azizi. Siapa yang takut tak Azizi lebih-lebih? Okay. Bye Azizi, the silent reader. Aduh, diam sangat. Mana tahu dalam kelas saya nampak you. I miss teaching class kan. Dalam kelas the best kan. Hello. Dalam kelas mesti we be like eating and laughing. Pukul I. Berani ke you pukul I. Okay. So I'll see you in the WhatsApp group. Bye girls and boy. Bye Azizi.